Kevin Cummings, you and I talk leadership a lot. You live it a lot. You do it as a chief executive. You do it as a philanthropist. You also see it in sports, don't you?
Well, sure. I think sports is a microcosm of business, of life. And I think the lessons learned in sports are applicable to business. You know, putting a good team together, Yogi Berra, being a good teammate. You know, that's the best compliment you can get.
And we're here at Felician tonight, and we're going to be talking lessons in leadership. Is there something about the Catholic, if you will, connection for you? You and I have talked about this a lot in our backgrounds, the Catholic connection in leadership.
Well, certainly you should lead by example. What better leader do you have than Jesus Christ? You know, a lot of people send kids off to war, but he died for his cause. And I think certainly he's the ultimate servant leader.
So interesting. In terms of examples, it's easy to talk a good game, isn't it, as a leader? It's hard to be that person, to be on the front line, isn't it?
Well, people do what they see and not what they hear. And leading by example is the best way to lead.
Let me press you a little further on that. For you, and you were with us for a half hour in public broadcasting talking leadership with some other colleagues, and also the way you promote it at investors. One of the key ways that you promoted that at investors is around mentorship, is it not?
Well, sure. It's mentorship is very important. I mean, you can change people's lives. We have education programs, college tuition reimbursement at the bank, and really we're providing such great opportunities for people. People are excited to come to work every day because they're working with a bank that cares for the employees. People don't care how much you know till you show them how much you care, and that goes from the top to the bottom of the organization. You know, we have a saying at the bank: either serve a customer or serve someone who serves a customer.
How do people respond to that?
Well, I think they feel part of something than just working. You know, it's moving from success to significance. When you're significant, you create a purpose and a legacy to come to work every day. You create chemistry and people enjoy it. It's sort of like being on a team. You know, you get the momentum, and that momentum makes a difference.
Ironically, we're actually doing this on the night of the, it's March Madness, except it's April the 3rd that we're taping. It is the finals of the NCAA basketball championship. We will see leadership and sometimes the lack of leadership tonight, will we not?
Well, I think it'll be the God play. And, it's always the God play, but people are talking about the war in the paint because there's a lot of 7-footers on both teams. But I think the God play usually will dictate who wins the championship.
But in reality, when it comes to basketball and leadership, if we could, without delving too deep into this for those who may not be basketball fans, a lot of what happens on a team, in its connection with leadership, you don't see in the box score.
No, it's those intangibles. It's the rebounds, it's the picks. Again, it's being a good teammate. I call it the Derek Jeter A-Rod rule. Would you rather be Derek Jeter, who made his teammates better, or A-Rod, who sometimes sucked the air out of the room?
A leader's job is to make his or her teammates better.
Exactly. It's to bring value. And by bringing value, you change people's lives.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, it's good to be here with you again, Steve.